So, hi Gemini, my name is Chris and this is your beautiful reading for whenever you find it. It's kind of mid-February-ish, but way into March, probably into beginning of April. But let's just see what comes up. I'm doing the Celtic cards for you and there's the Six of Pentacles. The universe is giving you something back if you have given a lot. If you have given a lot, then it's time to receive. If you have received a lot, then it's time to give. Let's just see. Oh, there's the Tower. No sweat. Tower needs context. Let's just see what the foundation is. The Victory March, right? So this is a good Tower. Maybe you're freeing yourself from something that was just too tight for you. Planting your seeds. The universe is giving you something back. You're planting your seeds. You're starting something new, maybe something old, but a new iteration of it, right? A new version of it. Let's not forget, there's the Victory March in the foundation. So this Tower is actually, I say this again and again, a Tower is not a bad card. It's just a radical card. And you're coming from the Ten of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? So, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Maybe you got a raise. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you built something for yourself. Maybe you finished a project. You're immersing yourself in your own creation. Universe totally on your side. And you're using this abundance, right, of the Ten of Pentacles, right? And you're planting your seeds with what you've got, right? So there's more to come. That's a good prospect here. And the Tower, maybe it was just, I don't know. I need more context for that, but it's a Victory March. It's abundance, it's the universe on your side. So many possibilities, right? Seven of Cups, that's what's coming next here. So you have to make a choice. Where do you put your attention on? What do you focus on? Super successful here with the Six of Wands. Freeing yourself, it's almost like the Tower is a good Tower in that context, absolutely, because you just freed yourself from something that was way too tight for you, and you finally did something that paid off big time, right? There's the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is pretty much the opposite. So, but let's just see what comes up. The Two of Swords, we need more context. Then the Magician and Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Your emotions and your intellect working together so you can trust yourself. You got it all sorted out. You know where you want to go, what you want to do. You have to make a choice though. And you can't do everything, but usually we're all doing more than just one thing, right? But you have to, you have to focus your attention. What do you want to create? What is good for you? What is a hobby? What is something that you make money with, right? So discernment is important. And for whatever reason you feel like in this Five of Pentacles energy, right? You feel like you don't belong, you feel like you're an outcast, right? It's not about money because you got the Ten of Pentacles here, you got the Six of Pentacles here. Maybe there was some scarcity in the past. Maybe that's still kind of in your psyche, right? Maybe you feel still like an outcast. You got abundance here, you got so many possibilities, you're super wise with your decisions, yeah, right? So no need to worry, but you kind of worry. You feel like an outcast. Let's just clarify this. Waking up to justice, basically, there's judgment with the Six of Pentacles as the clarifiers. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so pay more attention to what gives you joy and happiness, right? We can talk about passion and follow your passion all day long, but there are different ways of understanding passion, right? So if there's some version of passion where passion is basically defined as what you are willing to suffer for. But you don't want to suffer, right? You're kind of in this I don't know what that is, right? Because there is abundance here with the Ten of Pentacles. It's not about scarcity, right? But maybe you feel scarce, right? Maybe you feel not really abundant. I'm going to wait for the clarifier. Three of Pentacles are coming in, working together with other people, good people coming in. Three of Pentacles, clarifying the victory march with the Six of Wands. There's the Tower again. The Tower, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. You got the Tower at the crossing energy. Maybe you freed yourself from something and now you can finally... There some sort of burden, right? Some sort of burden, and you carried that burden for way too long, right? And now you finally did it and it pays off instantly, and you can finally attend your garden, finally find time to come back to everyday life. I don't know. Beautiful combination. The Ace of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. Self-love and abundance. There's the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you make better decisions if you're not in a mindset of scarcity. King of Pentacles, what is good for your stability? What is good for your... Well, what pays the bills, right? But not just what pays the bills, but there is this duality of paying the bills, yes, and being the King of Pentacles, being in your abundance. Universe totally on your side. There's another emphasis on working together professionally, right? With the Three of Pentacles and the Victory March, you're planting your seeds, you're building on that, right? But again, there's the Knight of Cups with the Tower. So focus not just on what pays the bills, but you need both in your life. You need something that pays the bills, right? Something that is very practical. And then you need something that is kind of sparking your fire, sparking your passion, not in the sense, what are you willing to suffer for, but more what gives you joy and happiness repeatedly, even if you do it every day, right? And if you can make that into something that maybe even contributes to your abundance, that's fantastic. Yeah, it's more a mindfuck energy in which you are. You're worrying a lot about money, you're worrying a lot about abundance, yet at the same time there is so many abundance here. You got the Nine of Swords, you got the Eight of Swords, clarifying the Two of Cups. Then you got the Four of Wands with the Magician, and the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords again with the Queen of Swords. The freaking devil at the bottom of the deck. So there is a little darkness, there's a shadow aspect here, but you know, I feel like everything is finally falling into place. Everything is clicking, everything is coming together. Finally, you got the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Victory March, Seven of Pentacles. And that Tower is not a bad tower. You did something, most likely, that's how it seems to me, right? You did something and you freed yourself. Is that the right quote for you, right? Winston Churchill. Okay, Winston Churchill tells you, you have enemies, question mark. Good, exclamation mark. It means you stood up for something in your life sometimes. Did you stand up for something in your life sometimes? Maybe that was a little exhausting, but boy oh boy, does that pay off, I tell you. So abundance is upon you. Trust the process. Focus your attention on what you want to create. Trust the universe. That's very important. And just never give up. Keep going, right? Even if you are a pessimist of the intellect, right? That's what Gramsci said. Google Gramsci, right? Pessimist of the intellect, optimist of the will. That's what you are, right? That's what you are with the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords with the Two of... You're kind of worried, right? Can I do this? Is this going to be sustainable? There is help here. There is blessings here. You're making the right decisions. trust the process. That's what I have to say. And maybe Winston Churchill, right? You have enemies. Good. It means you stood up for something sometime in your life. And D.H. Lawrence, consciousness is an end in itself, right? We torture ourselves getting somewhere, and when we get there, it is nowhere, for there is nowhere to go. Why? Because all there is the here and now, and I'm putting this to the Seven of Cups with the King of Pentacles. You're creating your life in the here and now, right? You're always in the here and now. You're a little exhausted. That's what I feel here with but that's more your point of view, right? Your feeling, your point of view, looking outward into the world, being a little pessimistic when it comes to your intellect. Everything swords energy, right? The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Swords. So that's the pessimist of the intellect section here. But boy, oh boy, are you focused on what you want to create, and everything is clicking, everything is coming to fruition, everything is falling into place. You have so many more options coming in. Keep your abundance, your prosperity in mind, because that's the basis of what you create on top of it. You planted your seeds and you freed yourself from something. You stood up for yourself. Plato, the measure of a man is what he does with power. Did you execute some power? Did you call shit out? Did you take a risk? Well, it was not in vain. It's coming to fruition. The Ancient of Days, number 31. That's the Blue Angel Oracle deck. Oops. Number 31. The Eternal Flame. You are the creative expression of the life force that flows through you. Thus, you are full of endless possibilities. Listen to the infinite wisdom of your soul, for it will guide you to creations of love and light. Feel the flame glow in your heart. This flame is your intuitive wisdom. Let it burn through all illusions and obstacles, so your path may be clear and bright. Observe your breath. It will lead you to the golden temple deep within. Enter the majestic glory that is authentically you. Okay. Feel yourself reborn with each new breath as you connect with the timeless love and the potential you hold. Go forth and live your potential. All is possible for you now. Seven of Cups, all is possible for you now. Just show up as yourself, right? Be yourself a friend, make smart decisions. You need a stable financial basis, and then you build on top of that. And you know, what you build on top of that can be your passion, can be what your heart space is connected to. But I feel like your abundance is coming, and that's what the Angel Oracle deck said, and that's what the card talked about, basically. The description is connected to your heart space anyway. So if you are showing up into the world authentically as who you truly are, unapologetically so, there's your abundance, right? There's your joy, there's your abundance, and whatever you do with that abundance is your choice, right? And you are going to have choices, because this abundance that is coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, even if you are in this, oh my God, will abundance come in, worrying kind of pessimist of the intellect mode, right? You might be in that frequency of worrying too much, but abundance is coming in, and through that abundance you have so many more possibilities. And then the question is, what do you do next with these possibilities that are opening up to you? That's the Tower. You were kind of isolated in your little tower, but the tower is no more, right? It's bursting open, you know, lightning hits the tower, bam. You're no longer a prisoner of your own construct, whatever, of your own whatever that was for you, right? Success, you're free, abundance is here. Where do you want to go next? What kind of plans are you planting? Where are you focusing your attention with the Queen of Swords here? And that's what I always say, and I say this again and again. The brain and the heart need to come together. Then great things are going to happen. The brain and the heart, you got the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You got in the outcome the Queen of Swords. You got exactly this duality, your mind, your intellect, right? And your heart space, right? Pessimist of the intellect, right? So you calculate with things that could go wrong, right? So you are planning, you're tactical, you're smart enough to know what could go wrong, right? But your heart is an optimist, yeah? Optimist of the will, optimist of the heart. That's the winning combination, right? Tend to the small things, right? Give yourself more credit. Have some fun, have some joy. And don't worry so much, right? Pessimist of the will, pessimist of the intellect, that's here. But everything else looks fantastic. Maybe you just have to, that's what I always say, breathwork, 1 in, 2 out, 5 seconds in, 10 seconds out, and then meditation. Brings the heart and the intellect together, right? And you can forget that pessimistic intellect here and come and be rested in the center of your heart space, to meditation, to breathwork. And then you can come from a place of inner peace and focus on what you want to do next. Abundance coming in, opening up so many possibilities, and that abundance and these opportunities, right, that are coming in are giving you options that you did not have, and you might still be in that mindset, but it's over. And that's all I got. And I hope it resonates with you. If it does, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Now, goodbye, my friend. Ciao.